Hey, what is up, guys? It's your boy Kingdom Soldier, and I'm back again with another vlog. Somebody in my comments went crazy in the last video and was like, stop saying non-gameplay, and I got a lot of thumbs up, so I'm just gonna say vlog from now on. This is a video that I'm very reluctant to make. I'll be honest with you guys, I was very frustrated yesterday when I saw the news on Twitter that Saints left OpTic, and I think my first thing was no comment. I didn't want to talk about it. I didn't want to hear about it. Anyway, on to the topic at hand. I'm going to make this short and sweet. And then what I need from you guys is I need you to listen. You guys value my channel, my input, my opinion, my predictions. And so I need you to just listen before you hit the dislike button. Because, I know that a lot of you guys are OpTic Gaming fans. I know that. I know that that's a majority of the competitive Call of Duty followers that exist. Nadeshot has 1 million subscribers, over 1 million subscribers. He has almost 400,000 followers on Twitter. I know that in large part people are Nadeshot and OpTic Gaming fans. So when someone talks about what can be done to fix OpTic Gaming, it's just, you're already got your hand on the mouse and you're ready to just click that dislike button. And all I'm asking you to do is listen. So before I go into it, I'm an esports analyst. And if it would be disingenuous of me, and it would be showing a lack of integrity if behind closed doors I said what needed to be done to fix OpTic Gaming, and OpTic Gaming is going down, and then in public on videos I said, yay OpTic Greenwall, just so that I could get subscribers. And that's just not the kind of man that I am. I have to be honest with you guys, and I think and I hope that you respect that. As an esports analyst, I can't really side with a team, even though I know and I understand that if OpTic Nadeshot never would have stopped by my channel, my #1 video that has more than 10% of my total views as a channel wouldn't even exist. It wouldn't have blown up the way it did, and some of you guys, 13 or 1400 of you, would have never came to my channel. You would have never known that I existed. I wouldn't have taken the change in direction to esports. I wouldn't have found this, kind of love and joy, and it's great for me to talk about this. So I owe a debt of gratitude to OpTic Nadeshot. I owe a debt of gratitude to OpTic Gaming. My top 6 videos, 5 of them have to do with OpTic Gaming and roster changes, or Nadeshot, or Scumpy's COD profile. And when he was on OpTic, OpTic Gaming has helped grow my channel. And all of us as commentators that are in the esports field, we've been helped by OpTic, because when they make roster changes, when they do all these things, it helps us all. And so today I want to offer my help to OpTic. And this is hard for me to say, and so I'm just gonna say it. Let's just rip the scab off. I think it may be time for Nade to do something else in gaming. The difference between Wings of Redemption and CNanners is that CNanners realized, I'm going to use my growth to do something different. You don't even see Call of Duty on CNanners' channel anymore, but he has over 3 million subscribers, and any video he uploads, even if it's just 3 minutes long, which is most of them, gets 250,000 views a day. And that's all he does, upload one a day, and gets 250,000 views. Wings of Redemption, however, tried to keep playing the game, but his playstyle didn't fit. I think it was starting with Modern Warfare 3. It didn't fit the playstyle anymore, or Black Ops 1. It didn't fit, and he started to go south. And it's just gotten worse and worse to where now he's talking about, topics that are just, controversial just to get attention. And the difference between Wings and CNanners is Wings is like depressed and woe is me, and why don't people like my channel, and why don't people watch my videos anymore? And CNanners is just like, I'm gonna put up some me running around as a banana being chased by a couple of guys hiding in the kitchen, and maybe playing some DayZ or something, and I'm gonna get 250,000 views doing that for 3 minutes on a live comp. And I think that it may be time for Nadeshot, for OpTic Nadeshot, to consider how to use the growth that he's experienced. And is this now a time for him to transition? And here's the reason I say that. My pastor always says that when you've been in a whole bunch of relationships and a whole bunch of jobs and a whole bunch of situations and none of them work out, At some point, you got to ask, what's the common denominator? And if the common denominator is you, then you may want to consider that maybe you need to do something different. Maybe you need to change. And I think this is an excellent time in Nadeshot's career for him to consider maybe running OpTic Gaming, the competitive side of OpTic, and letting Hex go back and take over OpTic Nation. And maybe Nadeshot becomes, you know, like the business manager of OpTic Gaming, and he manages the brand, he manages the sponsorships, he manages where they go and what they do, and he manages the players. You know, maybe he becomes the team manager. You know, I just, when you hear about every player that's been on OpTic Gaming recently, you ask them about the players, and when they come to Nade, they always just say, well, he wants to win more than anyone, and that's amazing, that's awesome. But they don't say that he specializes in anything. They just say he wants to win. Clayster said it. Parasite said it. Imbo said it. Ricky said it. He said, well, you know, Matt just wants to win, and he'll do anything to win, and that is a great quality. That is an amazing quality. The difference is that the teams that continue to win and that stay in the top are the teams that have players that specialize in something. They do something better than most other players. You know, they have a specialty, something they do extremely well. And yeah, Nade's a good S&D player. But the challenge is that he's the common denominator in the lack of championships in all of 2013 for OpTic Gaming. He's the one player that has been there through all of it. And it may be time for him to hang up the Astros. It may be time for him to put down the sticks. And don't get me wrong, guys. I mean, I am so thankful for OpTic Nadeshot and what he's done to competitive gaming. I would never say anything negative about him. And I know some of you are translating me saying he may need to not play anymore. But everything to everything, there's a time and a season. And I know that at a certain point my channel had to transition. So I transitioned from talking about just gaming to talking about competitive Call of Duty. I transitioned from putting up gameplay to just doing vlogs, and you guys love it, you know. And so I've had to transition my channel as I grew and in order to continue growing. And it may be time in the life of OpTic Gaming, it may be time in the life of that team for there to be a transition. And that transition may be that Nadeshot needs to transition to a different role. He could be the player liaison between Activision and Major League Gaming and the pro players. You know, he could be the voice of Major League Gaming. OpTic Nadeshot can do anything he wants with he has power. Nobody has more juice than OpTic Nadeshot. You know, if he tweets your name out, you're getting a couple thousand followers instantly. And so he can use that to do some good things in the competitive arena and still make videos and be like me. He could be like me and just talk about competitive gaming and play it, of course, and play in 8s and all that kind of stuff. But it may be time for him to transition and really utilize the voice that he has built, the platform that he's established beneath him to do bigger and better things in the field of gaming. And I'm not saying that Nadeshot's not a good player. He's a pro player. I've seen him go off in 8s. I've seen him go off in tournaments. But it may be time for for OpTic Gaming to improve. It may be time for them to build around Clayster and not build around Nadeshot. That's just my opinion. I know the dislike party is coming. The Greenwall is strong. That's one of the things I love about OpTic Gaming is that you guys as supporters, you are amazing supporters. I still am an OpTic fanboy, and I want the best for OpTic, and that's the only reason why I would ever offer this as advice for fixing OpTic Gaming. Go crazy in the comments. I'm sure you already are. This is your boy Kingdom Soldier, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.